Here are my 3 audience members for my demonstration speech. April Perez. Are you tired of bringing stale store-bought desserts to your gatherings with your family and friends, especially around the holidays? Well, if so, don't worry, because today I am going to show you how to make a homemade delicious flan that will knock their socks off. One of my fondest memories with my mother-in-law is learning how to bake and cook Cuban food. And knowing that I had a passion for learning how to cook the authentic Cuban food, she bought me a cookbook where I found the recipe for flan. And I bake it several times throughout the year, specifically around the holidays. And today I want to share with you how to make one of your own. First, I will show you the recipe and the ingredients that you'll need, and then I'll walk you through how to caramelize your sugar and make your custard, and finally how to bake and serve it. First, here's the recipe from the cookbook. And here is a picture of the ingredients that you'll need to make it. And the quantities are specified in the recipe. The first step to baking the flan is to caramelize the sugar, which you'll want to get just right. To do that, you'll put the sugar in a saucepan on the stove over medium heat, and once it begins to get warm, it's going to start to turn brown in color and look like this. And you'll want to be sure that once it does, you mix it very, very well. You want to keep stirring so that it does not have a chance to burn. And once it gets to this consistency here, where it's all liquefied and a golden brown, it's ready. You'll want to remove it from the heat and pour it into your baking pan. I like to choose a large baking pan. The recipe suggests individual ramekins. We like to have our flan in one big serving instead. You can do whatever you prefer. And once you get this piece finished, you're ready to move on to your custard. To mix your custard, you'll take your eggs and egg yolks and beat them at the lowest speed possible with your electric mixer. And once you do that, you're going to want to then slowly mix in with the mixer each one of the milks, the condensed milk, evaporated milk, and whole milk. And once those get mixed well, you're going to take a wire whisk and gently fold in the remaining ingredients, which is your tablespoon of sugar, and then your salt and your vanilla. Once that's ready, you're going to take it and pour it directly over your caramelized sugar in your baking pan. Once that's ready to go, you're ready to bake your flan. So what you want to do is put your flan in a larger pan than the size of your baking pan. I like to use this square cake pan because it provides enough room around the baking pan for the water. And fill it 2/3 of the way full with hot water. And you will bake it in your preheated oven at 350 degrees for 90 minutes. After you're done baking it for 90 minutes, you'll want to remove it from the oven and allow it to cool. I prefer to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill overnight. I think it gives the flan a better texture, and we prefer to eat it cold. And so you'll want to take your baking pan and a really sharp knife and go all the way around the edges of your flan. This is going to loosen it from your pan so that it slips out easily whenever you're ready to flip it over. And to serve it, you'll flip it over and allow it to come out of the pan, and it should fall out easily as long as you've done the knife the way that you're supposed to around the edges. And voila, you have a beautiful, delicious flan. So today I have walked you through how to make a traditional flan, and now you will not have to be embarrassed going to your family gatherings or friendsgivings taking stale store-bought desserts. First, we walked through how to caramelize your sugar and make the custard, and then we talked about how to put it into the baking pan and bake it in the oven, and finally how to serve it at the end. So I hope you've enjoyed learning how to bake a flan as much as I have enjoyed showing you how to do it today. April Perez.